Hey guys, the quotient of a number and 5 equals 9 less than 1/2 of the number. What is the number? So I'm sorry for the lack of originality, but I'm going to call the number that we're trying to find x. So every time we see the word number, let's think of the word of the symbol x. So now the question becomes the quotient of x and 5 equals 9 less, meaning minus 9. 9 less than what? Than my mother? No, 9 less than 1/2 of x, 1/2 of the number, 1/2 of x. So let's solve the equation. Let's multiply by 5 on both sides, and we're going to have 5 times x over 5 equals 5 times 1/2 of x minus 9. Now the 5 cancel out, and we get that x equals 5 times 1/2 of x minus 5 times 9. Perfect. X equals 5/2 of x minus 45. Now let's subtract 5/2 of x to both sides of the equation, and it's going to be x minus 5/2 of x equals to 5/2 of x minus 45 minus 5/2 of x. Thank you. Now on the right side, we can see how 5/2 of x minus 5/2 of x cancel each other out to give us only minus 45. Perfect. Now on the left side, we see that x is actually the same thing than x times 1. And now we can factor out the x and get that x times 1 minus 5/2 equals minus 45. Let's solve the parentheses. 1 is the same thing as 2 over 2 minus 5 over 2 times x equals minus 45. So we have that 2 minus 5 over 2 times x equals minus 45. And 2 minus 5 is minus 3 over 2 times x equals minus 45. Now let's multiply by minus 2/3 to both sides of the inequality. So minus 2/3 times minus 3 over 2 times x equals minus 2/3 times minus 45. And we get here, we can see that the 2's cancel out, the 3's cancel out, the minuses cancel out, and we get x equals minus 2 times minus 45 over 3. 1 is minus 2 times minus 45, it is simply 90. So x is equal to 90 over 3, which means that x equals to 30. And let's see if that is one of the possibilities, and indeed it's answer D. Answer D.